Welcome to the Chaos Effect Mind. I know I haven't come on here and done a reading in a while. I know I've been doing the affirmation posts, but instead of me trying to figure out how I want to do the readings, I decided that I just need to do them, and that'll be that. And yeah, that'll be that. So I came on here to do a collective reading, and mine might be a little longer just because I will be going into the book to get some extra confirmation messages for what the cards mean and all that there. Okay, so I am intuitive by nature. I am clair, all the things, all clair. But sometimes I just like to look at the book when I feel guided, okay? So I want to come on here to get a collective message for you all today. So if it doesn't apply, let that shit fly like a rubber band, okay? And yes, I do curse on here, so close your ears if you don't want to hear the shit. Just saying. Alright. Makua kapuna. Makua kapuna. Amakua. Okay. So bells are a good way to get in touch with your ancestors. I don't know if you knew that, but bells and making noise before you do a reading or anything like that, it opens up the spiritual realm in a way that it just allows your ancestors and the messages to come through even more intuitively, even more divinely. Spirit. Oh, that's not one card though. I'm gonna take the top one. Ooh. Four of Swords, and then alright, I'm gonna take Strength, and then Empress is at the bottom. Okay, yeah, so Four of Swords, as you can see. So rest, relaxation, peace, sanctuary, recuperation, self-protection, and rejuvenation. I've been getting a lot of messages just personally in my life that I need to do some inner work, some going inward, some just reflection on the past year. If you didn't know, Pluto is moving into Aquarius, I believe. So that means cardinal signs. Be on the lookout, okay? So we're supposed to be having a 16-year, we're supposed to be ending a 16-year cycle, but no worries. We got a 20-year cycle in, I forget what planet coming up next, cardinal signs. So be on the lookout for that. I believe that's Libra, Capricorn, Aquarius, and I want to say Cancer if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, anyway, so that's important right now, especially as we switch seasons as we go. I'm in the northern hemisphere, I guess you would call it. Anyway, I'm by way of the East Coast, so yeah, just as seasons change right now, and just as we transform into our next season, depending on where you are, it's the same thing, okay? Like a caterpillar has to go into a cocoon in order to become a butterfly, I guess is how I want to put it, right? So in the same sense, we as people, as healing divine being, light beings, we also need to go inward sometimes when it calls for it. But especially right now, the energy is just heavy right now. We're still in Scorpio season, so it may lighten up towards the end of Scorpio season, but you know, we're in Mercury pre-shadow today. We just started, so don't get your hopes too far up, okay? So I guess that's where the strength comes in, right? Because you are the Empress, right? You are divine feminine. Doesn't matter gender. Take it as it resonates. Male, female, doesn't matter. Divine feminine, sensuality, fertility, nurturing, creativity, beauty, abundance, nature. So it could also be a time to gain the strength to, like I said earlier, to be able to create those divine Empress things, to have the strength to put your artwork out there, to put your creativity out there, to put what you're doing out there, what you're focused on out there, okay? But right now, that it's time for planning, all right? It's not time for the doing. It's time to rest. I like to shuffle until the card pops out. I know that's pretty boring for some of you. I could have told you. Look, and the Emperor. Come on, somebody. Everybody, Empress. So could be a shift in your love life coming up. I I don't want to focus too heavily on love. I mean, I will in other readings, but, you know, I feel like that's the focus of a lot of tarot readings. And I guess that's why a lot of people watch tarot, is to figure out love and stuff like that. But, you know, sometimes I feel like that's the negative aspect, or not even negative, just the darker aspect of tarot, right? Like, especially if we're obsessed with looking at those readings, and we're obsessed and we're like, oh, let me see what's going on, when, trying to control. Bring you temperance, young God, okay? Balance, peace, patience, moderation, calm, tranquility, harmony, and serenity, okay? So when you have temperance and the Four of Swords, you need to use all the strength in you to say no right now, that you need the time for you right now to rest and rejuvenate yourself, because you deserve it. And her cups overflow, right? They're going one to the other. So, you know, see how big those wings are? Look at her spread her wings. So yeah, like I said, gender doesn't matter. But yeah, and you got the Emperor on the bottom. Stability, structure, protection, authority, control, practicality, focus, and discipline. Shit, I can't talk. Rah, split the deck. The Star. Hope, inspiration, positivity, faith, renewal, healing, rejuvenation. Okay? And I feel that's relevant because, like, you know, social media, and I'm sure you hear this a lot, but social media is obviously a place that we can gain community and gain connection with other people all across the world, which I've made some really dope connections across the world with people who are creatives just like myself. And, you know, it's cool to see. It's dope to build that community. But, you know, it's also can be a little intimidating, right? Because, you know, you're putting your stuff out there. Maybe it's not getting enough likes, or it's not getting the attention you feel it deserves and all that shit. We got to let all that shit go, okay? It's enough, because we need the strength to believe in ourselves, to have the patience to understand that things take time to build. They take time to grow, okay? What do they say? Rome wasn't built in a day. It also didn't crumble in a day, I don't believe either. So, yeah. Anyway, I'll get some confirmation cards from this deck. I love this deck so much. But yeah, I'll keep it. Please go. One card. Yeah, Death. Fitting for Scorpio season. Okay, I love the depiction on this too. Sorry if the light's a little bright. But yeah, transformation, new beginnings, endings, change. Oof. What I say about the caterpillar going into the cocoon before becoming a butterfly, okay? Butterflies are beautiful. Caterpillars look cool too. You know, I guess it just depends on which caterpillar you're looking at, really. This candle is dripping everywhere. Anyway, so yeah. You need that death. You need that temperance. You need that strength to have the courage to rest and release and to just work on things on your own. Like, just remember that just because you're alone and loneliness are two separate things, okay? Because loneliness, to me, in my opinion, is more of a longing for things not there, right? Like you're manifesting in the reverse, as I told my pops earlier, right? So you're manifesting in the reverse. You're focusing on the things you don't want. You're focusing on what could go wrong, and I promise you, the universe is listening to what you're saying, okay? It doesn't matter if you say want or don't want. It just listens to what you say, okay? So you could say, go down the road, right? Be like, oh, okay, I don't want to get a ticket. I hope I don't see a cop behind me. What happens? Cop pulls up behind you. Boop, boop, boop. Get a ticket for whatever reason, right? Okay, but again, you could be like, oh, front parking space. You get there, you be like, oh, front parking space, and it's there, right? So things like that, and it's like you can't have even one thought. Obviously, you just thought observe, not absorb, right? So if the negative thought comes, have it, ingest it, whoop, let it out, let it go, let it flow. Try to focus. What I do in those situations is focus on what I'm grateful for in that moment, or focus on what the good is that I'm looking for out of the situation. Oop, I don't know if I want to take it. Okay, fine. All right, strength. Eight of Pentacles, education, achievement, results, hard work, okay? So again, just because you rest, and this is something I have to tell my pops all the time, just because you rest, it doesn't mean your work is any less valid or invalid. I just saw 1010 on the timestamp. So just because you rest and take time to take care of yourself, to feed yourself, to make sure you exercise, to do all the things that contribute and accumulate to your mental overall health and well-being, that doesn't mean you're any less relevant or invalid or it doesn't mean any of that, okay? Because your hard work will pay off after this death and rebirth. And I know temperance and patience is the hardest words to ever hear, but it's gonna pay off. It's gonna pay off in the end, because balance will come, victory will be had, especially if you're divine in nature, as we all are, by divine right. Look, the Empress again on the bottom of the deck. Come on, bruh. All right. Please clarify the temperance card. Ooh, one card, please. One card, please. One card. See, Ace of Wands, career, beginnings, travel, okay? So travel could be important right now. Your career focus could be on the front of your mind. Look, the star again. Come on, bro. I don't play when it comes to my kupuna and my ancestors and my akua, who I believe is God, goddess, and divine being. Okay, we welcome all walks of faith and being here. So please be kind to one another, regardless of if you have the same opinion or not. Okay, so you know the star. It's the guiding light, your inspiration, your faith. What are you hoping? What is your what miracles are you hoping for? Just know that you have infinite energy, and that, again, you are an inspiration to those that maybe aren't saying that you are, right? I mean, Instagram to me is just a spectator sport. Yeah, like, there's literally everyone on there just watching what you're doing, and, like, especially if you post a reel. Like, you know your shit is dope, and you know what you're doing, and then, you know, again, you might see other people kind of, not even kind of, like, copy your likeness, but, like, you know, they got attributes of your likeness in their shit recently, you know? Things like that happen because you're dope, right? Like, you're fucking dope. The things you're creating are dope. So keep creating what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing, even though it feels like you're not getting anywhere. It's like you're climbing up an uphill battle, okay? Maybe reach out to people in your community you haven't really spoken to, or go out to an event and introduce yourself to some people and try to create the flow that way, okay? Because we are truly the ones that end up blocking our abundance. And I know I'm preaching to the choir for myself and being a little bit hypocritical in a sense, because we are the ones that truly have control over the things that happen in our life in some aspects. Obviously, things happen in life and things we can't control, but a lot of our life is due to our stinking thinking, okay? And you know what I mean, string bean? Like, that's just what it is. 10 of Cups, come on. We're gonna get what we deserve. We're gonna get what we're owed. We're gonna get the justice that we deserve. Go beyond karma. Boom. Okay. You know, I was having a conversation with someone the other day about some old shit that happened, and it was like, you know, I wasn't saying it to bring up anything or to start any shit. You know, she asked me what happened, and I told her. So, you know, we gotta go beyond karma, okay? And we gotta realize that we are not the bringers of karma. We are not the bringers of justice. We don't wield justice with a hammer, okay? The hammer, we're not that. We're not God. We're not those people. Feminine, come on, step into your divine feminine energy, okay? Use your fucking brain, all right? One more out of this deck, make it straight. Where's the question? Yeehaw, what does it say? Oy. All right, community. I'm gonna take that one. What's under it? Amulet. All right, community. Again, reach out to your community. I know I said go within, but you know, again, community is a big part of that. So maybe when you're done in this four of swords energy, you could reach out to the community and have the strength and the courage to reach out to the community, to create the community you want to see. Look, trust. Ooh, look at that landscape, bro. Wish I was back on the island of my ohana for real. All right, anyway. All right, Spirit, one message from this Oracle deck, please. One message from this Oracle deck. What's the best thing to know right now? I'm keeping pretty good time. I'm proud of that, because what the fuck? Hey, y'all. Potential. Stop stifling your potential. Stop stifling your power, okay? Your potential and your power go hand in hand, okay? You are not far from achieving your potential. Look at that mountain, okay? Look at the stars up there, right? I would climb that mountain to see those stars, you know? Everyone's so scared of mountains all the time, but it's like, at the top, it's beautiful, right? You don't want to come down. It's probably cold as shit up there, but, you know, I digress. Power, step into your power. It's important. It's really important right now to step into your power and remember who the fuck you are, because I've forgotten that for a long, long time. And, you know, I swear to myself, and I'm being intentional with myself, to never forget my power and the strength I wield when it comes to inspiring people and encouraging people to do what they love and do what they do. You know what I mean? You know how many people I've inspired to do my dream and shit, or dreams that I used to have anyway? You know, and it's interesting, right? Because you get so discouraged and distraught when you tell someone your dream and then they go fucking live it. Like, obviously that's a big blow to the chest, because, you know, especially if we don't get that dream or the dream we think we want at the time, you know, it's hard to watch and see other people, but you got to be happy for other people. You got to be happy for what people achieve, and it's not even got to, like, you should want to be happy for those people because they earned it. I mean, and maybe not even earned it, but whatever. It doesn't matter. Like, just be happy for people. Regardless of where you are in your life, everyone writes their own story. What's that song called? The rest is still unwritten. The rest is still unwritten. Was it Natasha Bedingfield or some shit? What a throwback. Stop. I love this deck. Message from Spirit. This deck, please. No. Stormy. Spirits. Message. Is that a moth? Is that a butterfly? I don't know. It's one of the two. 33 could be significant. Okay, I love the number 3. It's a great number. Solid spiritual number. You know what I mean? Hold on. I'm gonna grab my books for this. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Alright, let's see. Okay, so let's go with feminine first, okay? Because that's the first card we pulled out. Because, see, feminine. Okay, so doves or lions can be significant. And this says deep intuition, healing energy, gentle, wise with experience, expressive, nurturing, patience, in touch with emotions. Gender is over, but it is crucial to tap into feminine energy for spiritual and mental healing, growth, and the good of this earth. How are you finding balance? Okay, and the affirmation for that is, I am kind, caring, loving, and a badass boss. I am hardworking, engaging, welcoming, beautiful, and powerful. I am all this and more because I get to be exactly everything I dream. I mean it. Okay, so again, you know, it's good to have, like, obviously we have that balance, or we have that, we got that dog in us. Like, no, we got divine masculine and divine feminine energy coursing through us, right? Now, when one of those becomes off balance by a trigger, by something happening in life, you know, we tend to focus on one more than the other, and then things just become out of whack for us, okay? So again, going back to self, going back to retreating this 4 of Swords energy is a way that you could balance those things. Maybe go outside, stand in the grass. I love putting my feet in the grass just to feel that connection to the earth and to feel how grounded I actually am. Okay, an ant, bee, bull, eel, mermaid, or ocean could be significant. It says friends, chosen family, shared responsibilities, service to others, inspired action, thoughts of others, involvement, building blocks, foundation, mentorship, remain teachable, the conscious collective, accountability. Okay, and accountability has been something that's been coming up for me too. Just with people around me and just with myself, honestly, you know, back to when I was telling my friend that story, you know, I had to take accountability in the story for the role I played in what happened that evening, you know, and taking accountability comes with spending time in solitude, being in that hermit mode, being by yourself, being able to just hear your own thoughts and stay off the fucking social media when you do that, because, you know, your brain is constantly being filled with bullshit all day when you're on social media. And especially if your timeline is messy and it's like you have stuff on there that you don't really care about, but it's still on there. You know, clean up your social media. The affirmation for this is, I am a vital part of something epic. My thoughts, words, and actions are a mirror to the collective. I am a beacon. Help me to radiate light while allowing the collectives, love and knowing flow through me. All right? So I don't do this stuff for me. I do it for y'all, okay? I know I've done more readings in person, and I don't know how comfortable I am doing them on camera yet. I guess where I get caught up is, sometimes I'll end up watching my readings back, and it'll be fine, but it's still just like, I don't know, I feel a little awkward on camera sometimes, don't we all? But I guess, so I guess in this potential card that it says volcano at rest. So it says volcanoes erupt in places where the Earth's plates meet and where there are cracks through which lava emerges either explosively or by flowing more slowly down a cinder cone. Even when a volcano is at rest, there's always the possibility of a huge eruption. There is the potential of greater power. There are very few things on this planet more commanding than the erupting volcano. Whew. Okay, so basically it's saying that like the archetype of the personality of the volcano is wild, unpredictable, and formidable energy, and that it wants you to know that you're ready to activate your potential and step into your strength. Come on, look, we got the strength card right here with the potential. All right, and step into your strength. This is the time to activate those gifts that you've had on the back burner in your life. Where's it at? I don't know. Something somewhere, creativity somewhere. I don't remember what card it was. But yeah, anyway. Had on the back burner in your life. You have incredible untapped potential. This is the time to allow it to flow. An inner wellspring of power is emerging. You have a profound spiritual power that is deep within you. Do not doubt your great authority and capabilities. A dormant volcano might indicate that you have uncomfortable emotions that you are repressing or keeping inside, thus creating emotional stress and inner pressure. It can also mean that you are on the verge of a great expansion of energy and life force. Okay, so you can take that one of two ways. You're either holding stuff in and it's too much and that you shouldn't. Look, 2202 on the timer when I just said that. So, and I've been seeing 222 for the last fucking several days. But yeah, anyway. So, again, in order to figure out those feelings and emotions that you're feeling and where they're stemming from, and because people like to acknowledge the emotion, but you have to trace that wire back to where your brain was wired to it and trace it back to the experience you had. Because I don't like how people like to dog on people for relating things to experience, but how are we supposed to relate anything to anything if it's not through our experience, right? I guess by listening to others, I don't really know. But to me, obviously, I relate things through experience because I experienced it, right? So let's see this last card, message 33. This deck is so dope. All right. A letter, a text, email, vision, dream, conversation, music, or some other form of message is coming regarding your current situation. Be open to receiving it. All right. So lunar moth. It's a moth, not a butterfly. Moths symbolically are known for delivering messages, and the size of the moth can indicate the impact of the message. Okay, so I've been seeing moths like crazy. They love following me. I actually saw a bat. I was skateboarding. It flew at my face the other day, and I was like, whoa, and it flew right up into the sky. And I've seen bats before, but it was just like, whoa, there's a fucking bat here. That's crazy. And bats also represent a time of new beginnings and courage to go through the darkness and strength. I looked it up. You might want to look up number 33 too. I don't have my computer with me, but you might want to look up number 33. That could be another message. I pray that this helps somebody today, or that it reached somebody who it needed to reach. I appreciate you all for listening, for following, all that. Again, this is the Chaos Effect Mind. I do have a podcast as well, but if you just are here for the readings, I'm cool with that too. I hope you'll have a great evening. Peace.